Okay, so welcome to a very exclusive series of videos on YouTube, and we begin, as we should, in a very unassuming Nissan dealer. So we make our way through the showroom, past a sea of Micras and Dukes, round to a very anonymous door here. You'll see inside here there is, lurking at the back, one of 24 Nissan Nismo GTRs in the UK. So this is a very rare and special thing in its own right. I have to say, I happen to love the fact that there is a skanky old Micra up on the ramps next to one of the world's fastest sports cars. I think that's part of what's great about the GTR. It's made by the people who made the Micra, and that makes it such an achievement. But also, you know, the pride that Nissan have for this car is so high. And let's not forget that for years the GTR has been the only Japanese high-end sports car, the only Japanese car to take the fight to the Germans. So I think the GTR is a massive achievement. It's a fantastic product. It's unique. It doesn't look like any other European car, and it doesn't drive like one either. So this Nismo is destined to become something ultra rarefied, but let's have a look at the base car, that starting point for this transformation. The Nismo GTR produces 100 kilograms more downforce than a regular GTR. It's got larger GT3 turbos. It produces 50 more brake horsepower than the standard car. It's 20 kilos lighter. It also has a more rigid body shell, an update of the dual clutch paddle shift gearbox, and revised suspension geometry. So we're talking about one heck of a starting point. As you can see, there's lots of carbon everywhere, some really nice finish to the panels, and the whole of the boot lid is carbon, which you can see. I'll zoom in on there in a minute. You can see the weave. This special matte grey paint finish is also unique to the Nismo, and they did do them in other colours. I've seen black and white in a Nismo GTR, but the grey is pretty special. And this is what they look like when they've just been delivered. The car hasn't been prepped or cleaned. It's pretty dirty, and it's just come off the boat from Japan. But the Nismo is a fantastic car, and seeing it here, it's hard to believe anyone would want to do anything to it, really. It's a fantastic car as it is, and it was looking to me, for all the world, like something that should just be stuck on the Channel Tunnel and taken straight over to the Nurburgring. Nice work, Mr. Ichikawa. I've had to hide the owner's identity, mainly to protect him from his wife. If she ever found out about what he spent on this car, he'd be a permanent resident of the doghouse. So what is an N-Attack pack, and what are they going to do to this perfectly good Nismo GTR? Well, all credit to Nissan, but the car that set the 7 minutes and 8 seconds Nurburgring lap time was a modified Nismo GTR, and Nissan are making those modifications available to buy. However, they have priced them at a level that seems intended to put most people off from upgrading. But at least it's nice to know that you can buy the 7 minutes 8 seconds Nurburgring car if you want to, and that's what's happened to this particular car. So you get a special crate from Japan full of special parts, many of which are carbon, such as the front wings, which are bespoke to the car. So there are the wings coming off. The engine gets a new ECU for the N-Attack pack. You can see the extent of the work is considerable. And you get new mechanical diffs that go in. There's the carbon rear bulkhead in place. You get Öhlins 4-way adjustable dampers, which are actually set up softer than the regular Nismo. They soften the car to cope with the bumps of the Nurburgring, but it should mean that the car rides actually better on the road than the regular Nismo. So as you've seen, you also get carbon inlet intake pipes and a much higher rear wing for more genuine downforce at high speed. Altogether, the weight saving is said to be worth 50 kilograms over a standard Nismo GTR. And that just about wraps up part 1. I urge you to go and have a look at Michael Krumm's 7 minute 8 lap time, which is still incredible to watch. We're still a few weeks away from part 2 taking place, but that is where a specially trained race engineer who's been trained in Japan to fit the parts will be fitting them in a race team's workshop. This is the place to come for the full story on this extraordinary car, so please do feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching.